Well, the MLB baseball season is officially over. Boston Red Sox, I know. So heartbreaking. Boston Red Sox win their 4th World Series, but we don't care about them. We care.
Sorry, you're gone.
We want to still talk about the Houston Astros, and even though their 2018 season has come to an end, we always love your input, Richard Oliver, and so why not find an excuse to talk about Astros a little bit longer? So how do you feel about the Astros Post Season Awards? What do you think?
Yeah? I like this. I like this. Let's do it.
What we'll do is we'll kind of go down the line of a couple awards with specific, maybe not positions. We'll start with offense, defense, and you tell us who you think deserves, looking back at the season, deserves that title.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Jump right into it.
Okay.
First off, best offensive performer this season.
Well, I think everybody's surprised by it. Alex Bregman, only 24 years old, really became, not only had a great offensive season, but he actually charged into the MVP discussion. You know, that's how good his season was. And during that long stretch when the Astros were not hitting the ball, were not playing very well on the offensive side of things, Alex Bregman actually carried that team. I mean, there were so many games there in August and September where his hitting really carried that team. So I'd say Alex Bregman, and there's nobody even close on that team.
I was just going to say, I can't imagine too many people would disagree with you on that one. How about on the opposite side, best defensive performer this season?
Well, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you on that one. I'm going to say Marwin Gonzalez.
Okay.
Now, of course, you could look at the Gold Glove winners that the Astros have had, and you could talk about Jake Marisnick at center field and what George Springer brings to the table. But Marwin Gonzalez played, God, it must have been 7 positions this year. He played all over the field except for catcher and pitcher, and did it really well. And the example that I would give you was when Jose Altuve's knee was really bothering him late in the year. It was Marwin Gonzalez who played second base and did so well down the stretch. And what was really interesting was Altuve talking about it as it was unfolding, and he was having to play DH during the postseason because his knee was hurting so bad. Said, you know what, Marwin Gonzalez is a better fielder than I am. And Jose Altuve was in the Gold Glove discussion last year. I think that Marwin Gonzalez would be my pick.
It shows you by Jose Altuve saying that just how much credit he gives Gonzalez. Great choice. How about this on the mound? Best pitcher this year for the Houston Astros.
The popular pick, of course, would be Justin Verlander. My pick is Garrett Cole. I think Garrett Cole was outstanding. You know, he came to the Astros. The Astros threw all the analytics on him. You know, they did everything that they have been doing to pitchers to make them better, including Justin Verlander. Spin rate, you know, different tactical ways to approach hitters and those kind of things. Garrett Cole will tell you it changed his career when he came to the Astros. A different mindset in the locker room than he had, of course, with the Pirates, but also just the way he approached the game and approached pitching. I thought Garrett Cole was the MVP on the pitching side for the Astros, probably number 2 in the MVP discussion of the team. If I would look at that kind of thing, I think that Garrett Cole was a guy that really was a revelation for me and for everybody. Turned into an all-star.
You mentioned he might be number 2 for MVP on the team. Who would you say was the most valuable player for the Astros this year? I think
I'd go back to Alex Bregman. Not only because of the effectiveness he had on offense and pretty darn good fielder as well, but just what he brought to the locker room, what he brought to the dugout. You and I talked about earlier this year how A.J. Hinch said that, you know, Alex Bregman thinks he's the best player in baseball. What I think really he infected everybody else with was the idea that there isn't a situation too big for us. There isn't a situation too big for me. It should be the same with everybody else. I think in the locker room, he brought that swagger that the Astros had quite a bit of last year, thanks to him as well. But I looked at Alex Bregman, and I just thought, this is a guy that was just a jolt of caffeine for this team every single day. And I loved watching that happen. 24 years old. 24. Oh.
A lot of confidence, a lot of energy he brought to the Houston Astros this year, and hopefully will continue to do so next season. Richard, thank you so much.
No, my pleasure all year.